Rick, don't be afraid to nick as many CDs as you see fit on that last show.
People have already nicked them.
No, I know, but just take whatever you want.
That 4 Non-Blondes is still there, isn't it?
I think it's still there.
Because I don't want that to be nicked.
Yeah. And I got a feeling, because I don't think there's any Smiths in the library, but there's quite a lot of Gina G.
Really? What? What was that sigh for?
Nothing.
What?
Ooh.
Play a record. Monkey News is on the way, plus the
This
results.
isn't radio. You've got to keep talking or playing music.
Play some music?
Yeah. Art of Gold by Neil Young on XFM 104.9.
Pop Idol, of course, begins this evening. I know you're looking forward to it, Rick.
Yeah, love it.
It's
love
always
it.
a joy, isn't it? Especially those early rounds with the
mentors.
dibs.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are always extraordinary. That's the only reason I watch. I mean, I can't be bothered with the later contest. It's just watching the freaks for the first couple of weeks. It's an absolute pleasure.
Yeah, I sort of like watching the judges. They're good as well.
Oh, the judges are good, yeah.
I like the fact they've got their little shtick, you know, the special jokes they've obviously written, just waiting to get them in.
Yeah.
It's just great.
But
I like when Pete Waterman cries as well.
Does he cry?
Sometimes, if he's moved by it. He's better than bloody Bobby Daddon. Like it, yeah. Rosie Ribbon made him cry. He just wells up and then like that. That's good, I like that.
He talks a lot of old arse, doesn't he, Pete Waterman?
I sort of quite like him,
Oh,
though.
I don't know, I find him irritating.
Well,
It's like he genuinely thinks he's up there with Lennon and McCartney. That's one of the great kind of pop Svengales of his time.
Yeah.
And, you know, I don't know, you wrote songs for Sunita.
Well,
Don't be that frank.
let's not knock him. There's Foxes on there.
True, no, Dr. Fox is a genius. And obviously he can step in if there's any medical emergencies. Rick Waller, you'll be pleased. Now, obviously, as you know, I'm a huge Rick Waller fan. Not only has he got a great singing voice, but he really is a picture, isn't he? No, I know it's a bit harsh. I've said it before, but he does make me a little sick to the stomach when I look at Rick Waller. And to be honest with you, it's his own fault. You know, he went in Celebrity Fit Club, he had a chance to sort things out, and his attitude was wrong, and he didn't trim down, and he's, for want of a better phrase, a bloater, and slightly grotesque. But, you know, he's in the paper this week saying that it was all because of his image. He didn't fit the stereotype of what pop stars should look like, blah, 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 blah.
Well,
he's disgruntled by this. He's got a great singing voice.
Well, he has got a great singing voice.
But the point is this, Rick, the point is this. Since the days of Elvis, since the days of Bing Crosby...
He's not as bad as Elvis.
But you're a star because you have to have the whole package. The voice, the sex appeal, everything. We know how it works. Kids buy it. It's pop music. That's what pop music is. You know, if you want to be a big fat bloater, you've got to at least be as good as Barry White. He isn't.
Or Pavarotti.
And so anyway, he set up an organisation. He's already got a band, you know, he's got a band.
You're saying, get over it, the world should revolve around looks.
Well, no, I'm saying pop music. That's what pop music is. I mean, this kind of obsession with he should get a chance,
But
you
not
know?
on record.
No, I know, but be a
He
session
might-
be a backing singer. The point is
Yeah.
this kid wants to be a star. He wants to be a star, doesn't he?
Yeah.
That's the point. He doesn't want to sing and make a couple of records. He just wants to be a star. He wants to be a
I'd
celebrity.
have thought that's the real rub, that actually he's not being truthful with himself.
Yes.
He doesn't just want to make beautiful music and sing well. He wants to be, you know, carried round on a sedan chair and adored.
Imagine that.
I know,
Imagine the
he'd
number
have
of
to have a
people.
lot of money to pay for the entourage that can carry
Yeah,
him.
the
I
4
know.
elephants needed. But he's got a company now, he set it up with his dad, it's a management company, it's called Star Search, and basically he's hoping to break the fickle industry, expectations, and so if you're a bit of grotesque, if you're a freak of some kind, if you're someone that Carl, you know, would be impressed by or, alarmed by, then you can get in touch with Rick, and he can put you in there, women with beards, little midget fellas, whatever it does not fit the usual norm.
Should we cut along?
I'm thinking the three of us next week. We won't
dear.
have much to do after next week. You know, Ricky's got a bit of a singing voice on him. I'm learning to play "Blowing in the Wind" on the keyboard by Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
So I can master that. I don't know what you can do.
You can
dance.
dance. You can dance, can't you? You know that. You've done it. You've done dancing, so
Exactly.
it's like, you know.
Little Donkey. We'll have a hit at Christmas.
Perfect.
I'm good at that.
What were you meant to be playing when you did Little Donkey in the play?
Drums to We Three Kings.
But you just busted
done
it
that,
live, didn't you?
I've done
on
that.
the
We're just
donkey?
talking about looks and stuff, right?
Always.
Because, you know, it sort of cheeky freak of the week, we did that and I stopped doing it.
Sure.
'Cause it was upsetting a few people. There was a thing on the website the other day about Elephant Man,
Yeah.
right? Just keeping up to, you know, up on the news, what's going on there. And they did
Trunky news.
They did a thing about him and what he'd look like if his head wasn't messed up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and they made a little picture for him.
Was he quite good looking?
Not bad looking, but you can't use it. It's not like you can't put it on a passport.
Sure.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that he's been dead for several years.
Yeah.
No, but they also do that sort of thing for people who are alive. They say, this is what you look like. So you can't use it for that.
Yeah.
You can't use it on,
Isn't
like...
that like, that's sort of like rubbing it in, though, isn't it? Really?
It is a bit.
Yeah. Unless they said, good news, you were ugly anyway.
Yeah.
To be quite honest,
You wouldn't have pulled if you didn't look like an elephant.
If you were symmetrical, you weren't a looker.
You couldn't use it on a little dating agency picture. This is what I look like.
Yeah.
And
This,
they
is
turn
what,
up on the
this is
date.
what I would have looked like. And they phone up and go, I'm intrigued. What do you mean would have looked like? Well, I see you, as we said, 7 o'clock. How will I recognise you? I'll be eating buns.
Yeah, look for the giant cauliflower.
Yeah, in a coat.
Exactly.
I love the fact that you're keeping up to date with what the Elephant Man might have looked like.
Yeah, exactly.
That is amazing.
Carl's news is largely what's happening in around 1880.
Yeah, or what might have happened
Exactly, yeah.
around 1880.
No, but it's sad, though. Did you watch that thing in the week? That What Are You Staring At programme?
I didn't know. I couldn't face it. I know what you mean. It was about people who'd had unfortunate deformities. And
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, and it was really sad. I suddenly felt bad about, you know, some of the stuff we'd
Yeah.
talked about and what have you, because
Can I just say something? Like that's quite a nice thing to say. I suddenly felt bad about some of the things we talked about. Should we go over what we've discussed today?
what?
What subjects have we brought up today? How can you feel sorry about things like that when we're still doing it?
No, I'm just saying, you know, you have a laugh and that, but then you see a programme about it and you go, oh,
What, you realise they're real people you're talking about?
yeah.
When do you ever forget that? When do you ever forget that when you bring up these cheeky freaks of the weeks, or when we talk about Rick Waller, that there's not a real person on the other end thinking about it?
Yeah, but sometimes it's hard because they don't look like real people.
Play a record!
Don't slag off Rick Waller.
That girl was on with a big head. It's like Bow Selector.
We played some Dizzy Rascal earlier,
And that
he's-
was wicked.
exactly, and he's the new kind of the kind of London rap sensation.
Yeah, yeah.
But let's not forget Credit to the Nation from 1994.
They're from
Teenage
Birmingham now,
sensation.
Steve.
Whatever happened to MC Fusion? He got a lot of bad press at the time. People didn't respect him, but I'm listening to that now. I think it was bloody brilliant.
Yeah.
All right.
And crucial, no?
Exactly, adverts.
Kings of Leon, Molly's Chambers on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, you're Stephen Merchant, and that little bald head of a mank over there is Carl Pilkington.
Cockaliki soup.
Cockaliki soup is fine.
That was one from Nick. Thanks for that, Nick.
Yeah.
Is it
I
monkey
was
news?
referring to the woman who chewed on a knob in her goulash.
Exactly. If
People-
you've just tuned in, you've missed that hilarious story.
Yeah. Still don't know why she was eating goulash. I've got a rash, look, come up my arm, look at that.
Brilliant, fascinating. Thanks for that.
That's from rubbing his head, getting him an headlock. And have you got some on your hair? Because look at that, that's like a heat rash. What do you wash your hair with?
It's
Have you
just-
still got that bird shit behind your ear? What is that? That's really worrying, isn't it?
It's like how, like, the body changes over many years of sort of certain things.
Yeah.
It's like your body changes to protect yourself from the sun and what have you.
Yeah.
My head just got used to being rubbed.
Yeah.
It's reacting now.
Oh, that's a defence mechanism, is it? Right, I see.
All right.
Look at that, that's horrible.
Anyway,
You've got something on your hair, you know.
Monkey news?
I was going to say the winner.
I don't think anyone cares.
Oh, come on, someone got all of them, didn't they?
Well, okay, play it again then. This was Songs of Phrase. We did this
The
earlier.
well-known phrase is Galileo, stop talking to me about science, make me television. The most convoluted, banal quiz on any radio station ever. I mean, I'm including Moyles, Chris Evans, do you know what I mean? Simon Bates. That's worse than anything they ever did.
Apparently, Channel 5 have bought the rights. Anyway, what were the
brilliant.
answers, Carl?
We had Queen in there, Altered Images, Thomas Dolby,
Yeah.
Beatles, Aretha Franklin, and Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Well, extraordinarily, Tracy and John Burton from Colchester and Essex got all of those right. Why they would want the prizes, I've no idea, but good luck to them. They can enjoy those at some point. God bless. Okay, Monkey News?
Do you want a bit?
Yes, please. Play the
Jingle?
jingle.
This rash is weird. Oh, chimpanzee that! Monkey news.
Right.